Hi, it's Kelly with Coffee Cups and Books, and today I'm going to go over my November pop, my pile of possibilities. First, my coffee cup of the day. It is this really cute owl one. I actually got this at TJ Maxx. It was in that my book shopping with me vlog. This is the cup I bought. It was pretty cheap too. And I just thought it was so cute. I was like, that is a perfect little fall mug. And so I've been waiting for November to break it out. And so I thought, okay, my November pop, that is the perfect time to show off this mug. I just thought it was so cute. All right, so I have 9 books on my November pop, and that's more than what I would generally have. I know in October I had 20, but that's because I was participating in 2 readathons, and so I needed a book for all the prompts. I didn't read all 20, spoiler alert. But I figured 9 would be okay, especially I've got some chunky ones. But I also have Thanksgiving off the whole week. So that will be some prime reading time for me. So I'm looking forward to reading these books. Okay. So the first book I'm going to talk about is the winner of the viewer's choice video. Now it was actually a tie, but a comment actually chose it. And that is A Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. This was actually tied with Everything's Tuberculosis. But one of the comments said, I vote for Everything's Tuberculosis, but Devil in the White City is a close second. So that sealed the deal for me. If the comment had not said that and it was just a straight tie, I probably would have gone for Everything's Tuberculosis because it's shorter. But no. But I was like, no, gotta be honest, gotta be fair. So Devil in the White City it is. This is a historical nonfiction, and it is takes place during the 1893 World's Fair, where there was a serial killer on the loose. And I have heard that this reads like a thriller, and I'm very excited about it. The comments in that voted for this on my viewer's choice video said it was very good, so I am very much looking forward to reading this book. The next book on my list is one that I have read before, and that is Emma by Jane Austen. I am rereading this book for a Jane Austen vlog that I'm currently working on. I had to put it on pause for October because of the readathons I was doing, but now that it's November, it's time to pick it back up. If you don't know what Emma is about, it is about Emma Woodhouse, who considers herself to be a matchmaker, and she wants to continue making matches, whether the people involved want it or not. And hilarity ensues. It is very funny. It is it's a delight. It's a delight. It really is a delight. And it also talks about class and privilege and wealth and what those things mean to people who have it and the people who don't. So yeah, there's some also there, there's social commentary in here. I really enjoy this book, and I am looking forward to reading it again. The next book I am reading is a buddy read that I'm doing with Ian at Ian the Reader. And that is, a big one. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. Now, this series has been around for a very long time, and I never read it. But then it came out, 10th Anniversary Special Edition, where the author fully revised it and added new material. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to read it, now's the time because she's redone it. I got this hardback pretty cheap. But I didn't want to buy the rest of the series unless I liked it. And if I like it, then I will decide if I want to read the rest, if I want to buy the rest of the series in hardback, or see if I can find them in paperback or not. But yeah, I actually don't know what this book is about. I just know that it was very popular when it came out. It's supposed to be very good, and I really like this cover, and I was interested when I saw it was fully revised. And I think a new book came out not that long ago. Let's see. Oh, the year is 2059. So that's interesting. So that's a little bit in the future. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really hoping I like it. And sometimes it's okay to go in blind for a book. Yeah. The next on my list is a book that a friend let me borrow. She was like, have you read this book? I said, no. She's like, okay, well, you have to. And she brought it to me the next day. And that is Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. I don't really know what this is about. I know it's a thriller. But I do love this cover. Look at it. It's like an old VHS tape. And I checked this out earlier. Look at that. So cool. I love the nostalgia vibes. Oh, this is summer 1999. So that's fun. So this takes place in 1999. So I am excited. So yeah, anything like that takes place in the 80s or 90s, I'm very interested in. I like the nostalgia and I think it'll be a lot of fun. And it's very short. So this should be a pretty quick read. And I generally read thrillers pretty quickly. And since my friend recommended it, I'm very much looking forward to it. So, yay. The next book on my list I got in September from Barnes & Noble, and that is Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice by Katie Cicatelli-Cook. This was a book that was $5 if you bought a drink from the cafe, and I'm always down to buy a coffee. So I bought the coffee and I was like, yeah, $5, why not? And it's a fun edition. Like, I really like the sprayed edges and I like how shiny it is. This book is about a young girl in high school. So this is a YA whose mom owns a coffee shop. And yeah, they're getting ready for the busy fall season, pumpkin spice lattes, things like that. And apparently a coffee chain opens up across the street. And so there's going to be a business competition there, but the son of the owner of the competition goes to her high school and she has a secret crush on him. So we'll see how it goes. That kind of gives me that movie with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan where she has the bookstore. And that movie is based on Shop Around the Corner with Jimmy Stewart a long time ago. Oh golly, I don't remember. You've Got Mail. Kind of reminds me of that a little bit, where he, has in You've Got Mail, like Tom Hanks has the big Fox Books and she has the little like bookstore, and so it's they battle. But anyway, I don't know if this has anything to do with that, but it just kind of gave me that vibe. But I figured this is definitely a fall book, and November is fall. And so if I'm going to read this book this year, it has to be in November. Otherwise, I'm going to have to wait for a whole other year. So, and it sounds fun. It sounds cute, cozy. The next book I have is another cozy book, and that is Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man by Jessie Q. Sutanto. This is the second book in the Vera Wong series. I recently bought this because I read the first book, and I loved it. It was so fun. Vera Wong is just a funny, like wonderful character. I love her. And yeah, I can't wait to get to the second one. The first book is about Vera, who is a widow, and she lives above the tea shop that she owns. And so one morning she walks downstairs to open up the tea shop, and there's a dead man there. And so she calls the police, but she's not really impressed by the way the police are doing things. And she's like, I can do better. And so she tries. And it's very, very fun. So yes, I'm very much looking forward to this book. And yeah, I'm hoping I like it just as much as I like the first one. Okay. The next book is For the Throne by Hannah Whitten. This is the second in a duology that I started years ago. And the first one is called For the Wolf. And basically it's about these two daughters. One is for the throne, the first daughter, and the second daughter is for the wolf. And I read the first one years ago, and I really liked it a lot. And I went and bought the second one, and I just never read it. It's time. It really is time for me to read it. There's no reason why I shouldn't. If I read this, I'll be done with another series, which would be great. And this really has fall, winter vibes to me. So I figured November would be a great time to read it. And if I don't get to it, then I'll try in December. I'm really hoping to get to it, though, now, because I would like to get it off my TBR, out of my TBR closet, and onto my red shelves. I think that would be a great place for it. I'm going to have to read a summary of For the Wolf, though, first, because I really don't remember. I don't remember the characters' names. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay. The next book I have is another second book in a series, and that is Everyone on This Train is a Suspect by Benjamin Stevenson. This book, I'm really hoping I like. Well, I hope I like all of these, obviously. But this book follows the main character from the first book, Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. And that is a cozy whodunit. And apparently this book is, that main character is a crime writer. And he is on his way to a crime writing festival. Well, he's taking a train. And so there are other writers on this train going to the same festival. Well, on the way, one of them is murdered. And so they have to try to solve it. And this just sounds so fun to me. It makes me think of Murder on the Orient Express, which I love that book. And so this book should be, I'm hoping, like a funny version of that. Because I really thought his first book was funny. And so I'm hoping this one is funny too. Yeah, I mean, it says he is a stand-up comedian. And I believe it because I really liked the first. I thought it was funny. So yeah, I've had this one for a while and it's definitely time for me to read it. And I know there's like 2 others, I think, now. And I'm like, I got to get to it. And the last book that I am hoping to read in November is The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffith. This just screams fall vibes to me. Like, look at it. And so I'm like, okay, November's a good time to read it. I've actually owned this book for a long time. I bought it at a used bookstore a few years ago and I've just never read it. And when I've thought about reading it, I'm like, oh no, I have to read it in the fall because of the vibes. But yeah, and so I just haven't yet. And this is about witches, and apparently witches, their magic is tied to a season. But Claire, who is the main character, she is an ever witch, and that means her magic is tied to all of the seasons. And that actually sounds pretty cool to me. So I'm not exactly sure what else happens, but that's the basic gist apparently. And I'm looking forward to it. I've heard good things about it. I remember when this first came out, a lot of booktubers and bookstagrammers were saying, oh, it's good, it's good. So I'm hoping I like it. So yeah, and it's time for me to read it, because if I don't read it in November, I'm going to have to wait till next fall, which I'm sure I will. So those are the 9 books I want to read. Now, I am calling this a pile of possibilities because I don't want to put a ton of pressure on myself. I had started to do that with the TBRs. I was like, okay, I have to read all of these books that I put on my TBR. It's on the video. I have to read all of them. And that was just making reading not fun and booktube not fun. And that's not what I want. I want reading to be fun and booktube to be fun. Because if reading's not fun, why do it? You know? So now I've just decided I'm just going to have pops. And if I get to the books, great. And if I don't, that's fine too. And if I read something completely different, who cares? You know, that's okay. I don't want to have that pressure on myself. I'm still making these videos because these are books I want to read. I do want to read these month. But if I don't, I'm not going to beat myself up about it, you know? Now, there are books here that I am like, okay, I have to read these for different reasons. Like The Bone Season. I have to read this because this is a buddy read. Okay? So I'm definitely going to prioritize this. Emma. This is for my Jane Austen vlog. I'm going to prioritize this. The Devil in the White City. This was the winner of the viewer's choice. I'm going to prioritize this. These are the books I'm definitely going to prioritize. And this one, Big Home is Where the Bodies Are, because a friend lent it to me. And I don't like to keep books forever if a friend lends them to me. I like to give them back. So I've got to read this. So those are the 4 that I am for sure going to prioritize. Like, okay, I want to read these. The rest of these, I definitely want to read them this month. But if I don't, it's okay. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you put pressure on yourself, but if you do, don't. Reading is fun. Let's keep it fun. So yeah, sorry, I can hear my birds. They know it's almost bedtime. So anyway, if you like this video, please press like. It would mean the world to me. If you want to subscribe, I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And if you want to comment down below, like, what would you like to read in November? Have you read any of these books? Yeah, what do you think about any of these things? Tell me anything. Just please keep your comments respectful. And as always, remember, life's too short to drink bad coffee, so don't do it. Bye!